Right then, so I thought I would lay the gaskets out so you can see. Just grab a torch with a bit more light on where we are. So that's a bit better. Right, so that's the original one, still pressurising. This is the one that are fitted with only one dowel because that's the only one that would fit after it pressurising. So original gasket, one I did, mixing oil and water. Another aftermarket replacement or OEM part, so called, genuine Land Rover. So I've spoken to the fella, we're arguing backwards and forwards because he told me from the word go he was getting all genuine bits. Alright, I can understand the head bolts. The head bolts are probably 80 quid on their own, probably even more for genuine Land Rover. And they were BGA, British Gasket Association ones he got me. So after he got the parts from Rimmer's Brow, or Rimmer's Bro, which on their website they do genuine, OEM, and then they do an aftermarket. These gaskets here apparently are meant to be OEM, but according to Rimmer's Brow they have a stock issue where the metal dowels won't fit in the OEM and aftermarket gaskets. They only fit into the genuine Land Rover. So he told me after arguing with him, and when I first did it and he was mixing oil and water and this and that, because I was asking him, did the dowels ever fit? So this is a dowel that I've emery cloth that would fit on the emery cloth. So this is an OEM apparently, but on Rimmer's Brow it doesn't say it is an OEM. I think OEM on their site is just the brand of the gasket, because then they've just got aftermarket underneath it. So they have genuine OEM and then aftermarket, but it doesn't say that the OEM is made in the same factory as the Land Rover ones. So that fits through there. It also fits through the front one. But then if you actually look at the original gasket, because when I was pulling the gasket off it was tight on the dowels, this original one. And then if you actually have a look at the gasket there where the dowel hole is, you can't really see it, but there's marks around it as though it's been knocked on a little bit, you know, just a gentle tap down with a hammer or something. So here we've got a genuine one, genuine dowel, not like that one, genuine, not emery cloth or anything. And this one goes through. This is the original gasket, goes through. So we go to the one that I fitted with the new dowel. It's hard doing this one-handed. It fits on the back one, just ever so slightly. See how we get bound up there? However, it stops at the front one. Won't go through. Won't go through on the front one. So I'll try the emery cloth one. Fits through with a bit of pushing. Fits through nice. So we'll try the emery cloth one in the replacement one. So that fits through. I've not tried the front one because I don't want to open the packet anymore in case he has to send it back to them. Genuine one. Won't fit through. Gets bound up on the back one. The non-emery cloth dowel still binds up on the replacement one that Rimmer's Brow sent out. Genuine Land Rover, new dowel. straight through. No messing about, just look. See that? That's how it should be. It shouldn't get bound up on the dowels, because the dowels locate into the head. See that? That's fine. So the dowels, new dowels, fit perfect and nice in the block. I need some more light over here, so I'll chill it properly. Do that there. So dowel fits nice there, and we also fit nice there. So nothing up with the block. Engine, well, the cylinder head fits nice in there. Back one is that one. Goes in nice, locates nice. But it's, I've got nothing against people doing it DIY and themselves. It's all a learning experience. But what annoys me is then when people say they're gonna get genuine bits, because I did it as cheap as possible for him. So I've pulled this off. I've had this at the at a local engineering place for the skimming, and they were a little bit iffy over the phone with me because it's been dropped. They've had the cylinder head and it's been dropped at, and it's like the dowel locating hole is knackered. Well, the back one's a little bit, not sure if it's meant to be like that, but there is an indent in there, see it there. And then obviously the cylinder head's been dropped in transit, which they knew about, but only told me that after I stripped it down and then explained to them what the engine place had told me, or the engine shop, after skimming it. Said it seems as though it's been dropped, and then they turned around and said, yeah, it was damaged in transit, but it was nowhere near the face. But so after arguing with him, because I just want to get it done and out of the way now, so I've got some filters to replace, so the normal screw-on type, and we've got one in that dome there. Obviously I bought a radiator flush, so all I'm going to do is put normal water in it, no antifreeze yet. Put normal water in it, obviously make sure it's flushed out, drain it, put normal water in again, and then put the radiator flush in with that. So I just do normal water first, just to get, see, look at all the K-seal in the thing. It's all good and well K-seal to seal if you're a little bit skin or what, but it's just flipping everywhere. And obviously with the water and oil mixing, it's just, so I'll get it built. It's a bit of a sore subject for me at the minute, this, but get it done, cleaned up, and we'll get it back together. Right then, I'll do the edit and make it a full video. Grab a torch so you can see. So clean the block, put the filters in, new filter in the dome bit, and new, I think it's like a primary and a secondary filter system on it. They've been done. Cleaned the block up, so the new gaskets, the dowels fit. So you look just with the quality of the gasket, just on the material, it's just there's a complete difference in them ones over there. So I forgot to do it in the week, but because the fuel system or the fuel rail is part of the head, I've got or at least it's probably oil and water that's just draining off. All I didn't want to happen was I've got to go and pick my dad up at 1 o'clock anyway, so I think we're like 20 to 12 now, or 10 to 12 thereabouts. So I'll leave this draining off for half an hour, and it'll just drain all the coolant oil out the head, so then it's a nice clean surface going on instead of there being a liquid underneath, and then when I'm torquing it down it causing an issue, or vice versa. So because whenever you're doing an head gasket, it needs to be cleaner than clean. If you can make sure that the mating surfaces are shiny, so that the nice shiny surface and pretty much you can see your face in them. I don't mean like polish it, I mean I use wet and dry paper, mix a WD-40, maybe a bit of engine oil in it, and really fine stuff. I mean the coarser stuff I've used is 600 on some, just to get rid of the material finish off the block. I'm not going to move the gasket just because it's set. I don't want to then have to clean the surfaces again. It's just nice now how it is. So wet and dry, start coarse and then do a fine, so you polish it up after with the fine and the WD-40. And now I've got low battery again.